So if you guys saw the last video where we were just performing the operations, this was the front end that we had, and based on the priority it is gonna measure that which request is gonna come on top. So I'll show you that what all tech stacks and what all things are working behind this. So first of all, we have our own trained model, we can say. So this is the model which is using Intel's scikit-learnx model, and along with that I have used the traditional scikit model in order to check whether what is the performance between both, and I found the Intel's one far much better than the traditional one, which makes it easier for us to load the data sets and even perform the operations very easily. So now this is the um, mm, data set, and based on this some data sets I have trained the model here, and this is a text classification model. And based on the data set it will be classifying whether the priority needs to be given as medium or low or high. So let us just try to, and also then we have created a Flask API which will be sending the issue from the body to the model and get the response as the priority. So suppose we have this particular you know API, and it is a post API. I am setting a issue, and now when I hit the send, I see that I get the predicted priority as high, and that's what we need. Once we get this, we are gonna pass on to the next parameter. But before coming here, how do I get the issue, right? Let's go on and let's see that what is happening behind this now. So this is our server, Node.js server, and before this also I would like to come to the call service who is doing all these call services for us. So we have used Twilio as a service, and we are just using a small service that is to get a phone number, and you can program that phone number actually. So this is the phone number which we are making calls to. We have created a have webhook for this particular um, code. We have created a webhook using ngrok, and the voice route, this route takes us to the Twilio calls. So basically whatever things you are listening, welcome to our customer care, please provide your name, order ID, and the issue you are facing. These all things are coming from this particular function. So yeah, and as soon as your recordings are available, it will be coming into the transcript, like the handle recording. This function will be called next. So let's go back to this function handle recording. So this basically this recording function is gonna call our next function, which is the download recording. Okay, before that, what it is gonna do for us is it will be getting the URL where all the audios get stored in Twilio. So we need to get the recording, and it will be looking something like this: 1.wav. You can download it in mp3 and wav files, and then we'll be moving on to this function download recording. Now this particular function is very important because we are gonna get the downloaded file somewhere here, which is very important for us. So I'm getting the downloaded audio file, and based on the audio file I'll be now performing a certain algorithm which will be extracting the name, order ID, and your issue. So yes, we are gonna do that now, transcription of the recording. And once we are done, then now we can hit the API that you saw here, so the Flask API. And when we are hitting this Flask API, we get the priority, and based on this priority we enter this particular thing into the front end. So this is how something. So three tech stacks are being used here: a Node.js backend server, and to handle the Twilio things also we have a Flask API and a model which is in so basically the model is trained here, and we are using Flask in order to pass the request to the models. And then we have the front end which is in Flutter. So there are three tech stacks, and Intel has been a very big plus point for us because everything, all the deployments has been done in IDC, which makes it easier for me to get it. So I'll just show you. So yeah, this is our deployment of the Node.js server, and we are running it as a process. So now port number 3000 is always reserved. Okay, and you can see here this one, this app. So yeah, and then we are exposing this 3000 localhost by ngrok, yeah, normal ngrok. Yeah, so this is the particular URL that we get. So yeah, we have hosted our backend, that is our Node.js server, which is also handling a lot of different things like transcription of the text, then a transcription of the audio, and that video requests and all those things. Along with that, we have also deployed the you know okay, so let me just go up and let me just show you guys something, that how do we handle the request. So basically, as soon as you are done with the recording, it will be coming here, it will be converting it into some transcription like this. This is not a good transcription, this was a old tested one, but now as it is a process, you won't see all these consoles, and this is the received information. So even if I want to extract something, I can do that. This is the recording URL, we download it, and then we get the transcription text. You can see this perfect one. So something like this, and we can now extract the order ID, name, and issue from this, and then we can call the Flask API. Flask API is also hosted here in the IDC, and yeah, it is running very fast, which is very helpful for us. If I show you to how to run the APIs, if I just hit API, you will see that it is really very fast. This is the API to get the data, which I am using database, local database SQLite. Okay, so yeah, this is something like we have made, and this is gonna make way more easier for the customer care executives to handle the requests, handle the calls from the customers, and it can be very helpful in future if we have a good data set and we work on this project more and more. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I hope you guys found this particular project helpful.